Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter ratios, rates and proportions. The lessons we're going to cover today are unit rates, equivalent ratios word problems, compare ratios word problems, and scale drawings word problems. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Okay, here I am on grade 7 math. The chapter we are on right now is ratios, rates, and proportions. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is unit rates. Okay, find the unit rate. Unit rate means you need to find the rate of one thing, right? The one unit. 10 push ups in 2 days. You need to find the push ups per day, right? A unit rate is the rate where the second amount is 1 unit. So you need to divide 10 by 2. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So that is 5 push ups per day. Let's just start with the test questions. Find the unit rate. 16 deliveries in 4 hours. You need to find the deliveries per hour. So that is 16 divided by 4. You need to find 16 divided by 4. So 4 times what number is 16? That is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So that means 4 deliveries per hour. That is 4 deliveries per hour. Option number 1 is the correct option. 18 cupcakes in 3 boxes. So you need to find how many cupcakes per box. So which is the correct option? You have to do 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the correct option? 18 divided by 3. So, which is the corr 3 times 6 is 18, right? So that means 6 cupcakes per box. The correct option is 6. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 6 cupcakes per box. Option number 1 is the correct option. Find the unit rate 18 orders in 3 days. So which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Eighteen divided by 3 is 6. So the correct option is 6 orders per day. The correct option is option number 2, that is 6 hour orders per day. Find the unit rate 12 seats in 2 rows. Which is the correct option? 12 seat in 2 rows. So how many seats per rows? You have to divide 12 by 2. So 12 divided by 2 is, which is the correct option? That is 6. The correct option is 6 seats per row. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 6 seats per row. Find the unit rate 12 books in 2 boxes. So which is the correct option? 12 books in 2 boxes. So which is the correct option? That is 6 box per box. Option number 2 is the correct option. 18 houses on 3 blocks. So how many houses per block? Which is the correct option? You need to divide 18 by 3. So 3 times what number is 18? 3 times 6 is 18, right? So that is 6 houses per block. The correct option is option number 1, that is 6 houses per block. Find the unit rate 12 chairs at 2 tables. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 6 chairs per table. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? So that means when you need to find the value of a item means one item. You need to divide the value you are given. Like 12 chairs are two tables, so you need to divide 12 by 2. That means one table has 6 chairs, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is equivalent ratios word problems. Okay, are these ratios equivalent? Two items equal 20 seconds, two items to 20 seconds, and one item to 10 seconds. So just make a ratio. 2 to 20 equals 1 to 10, right? You need to do 2 to 20 and 1 to 10. So just cross multiply. Do 2 times 10 and 1 times 20. So 2 times 10 is 20 and 20 times 1 is 20. So both sides are exactly equal. So both sides are equal, right? That means the fractions are equivalent, so the ratios are equivalent. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Are these ratios equivalent? That is 10 old razors to 15 new razors and 6 old razors to 9 new razors. That is, just make a ratio 10 to 15 and 6 to 9. Right now, equate them. 10 times 9 just to cross multiplication and 6 times 15. 10 times 9 is 90 and 15 times 6 is also 90. So both sides are equal, right? So which is the correct option? So yes, both sides are exactly equal. That means the ratios are equivalent. The correct option is yes. Are these ratios equivalent? Which is the correct option? That is $12 for 6 items. That is 12 to 6 and 4 cents to 2 items. So 4 to 2. You have to do 2 times 12 equals 4 times 6. So which is the correct option? So 24 equals 24. Both sides are exactly equal. Both sides are exactly equal. That means yes, these ratios are equivalent. Option number 1 is the correct option. Yes, it is. Got it? The correct option is yes. If you have any question, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Are these ratios equivalent? 1 boy ratio 2 girls and 17 boys ratio 18 girls. That is 1 to 2 and 17 to 18. So which is the correct option? 1 times 18, 17 times 2. 18 times 1 is 18 and that is not equal to 34. The correct option is the ratios are not equivalent, right? So the correct option is no. Got it? No, option number 2 is the correct option. Are these ratios equivalent? $10 for every 9 pages and $20 for every 18 pages. That is 10 to 9 and that is 20 to 18. That is 10 times 18 and 20 times 9. 18 times 10 is 18 and 90 times 2 is 9 times 20 is 18. The correct option is yes, these ratios are equivalent. Option number 1 is the correct option. Are these ratios equivalent? Which is the correct option? That is 8 brownies to 4 cookies and 19 brownies to 18 cookies. That is 4 times 19 equals 8 times 18, which is the correct option. 19 times 4 is 36 and 18 times 8 is, they are not equal, right? So that means no, these ratios are not equivalent. The correct option is no. If you have any questions related to the lessons, you can please ask. So let's just move on to Next lesson. The next lesson is compare ratios with problems. In the fall, Whitney's catering company catered 15 small scale events and 20 large scale events. In the winter, they catered 10 small events and 14 large scale ones. During which season did Whitney's catering company cater a low ratio of small scale to large scale events, right? So just make a ratios for the fall, that is 15 to 20, and for the winter, that is 10 to 14, right? Calculate their percentage, right? 15 to 20, that equals 75%, and 10 to 14 equals 71%. So the correct option, the now compare the percentages. 75% is more than 71. That means 71% is smaller than 75%. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. In Mrs. Livingston and Mrs. Howell took pools for their second grade classes to find out their students' favorite colors. In Mrs. Livingston class, 10 students said their favorite color was blue and 8 said their favorite color was red. So the ratio is 10 to 8. In Mrs. Howell's class, 11 students voted for voted for blue and 10 voted for red color. Whose class had lower ratio of students who preferred blue to the students who preferred red? So you need to calculate the percentage, right? So 10 divided by 8 times 100 you have to do, right? And you have to do 11 divided by 10 times 100. So 10 divided by 8 times 100 is 125, and 11 divided by 10 times 100 is 110. You have to see whose class had a lower ratio. So the 11 to 10 has the lower ratio. The 11 to 12 is the Howell's class. So the correct option is Mr. Howell's. Got it? The correct option is Mr. Howell's. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? In the fall, Whitney's catering company created 15 small scale events and 20 large scale events, right? That is 15 to 20. In winter, they catered 10 to 14. During which season did Whitney's catering company cater in a lower ratio of small scale to large scale? So that is when you convert them into percentage form, that is 15%, and that is 71 point something, I think. So that's the one we just did on the tutorial, right? So that means whose company has a lower ratio, that means the second one. The winter one has the lower ratio. The correct option is winter. Option number 1 is the correct option. Winter is the correct option. Erica went on a 2-day fishing trip. On the first day, she caught 2 trout and 14 salmons. On the second day, she caught 4 trout and 15 salmons. On which day of the fishing trip did Erica catch a lower ratio of the trout to salmon? So, which is the correct option? Two by 14 and 4 by 15. Let's just calculate the percentage, right? That is 2 by 14 times 100, that is 142%, and 4 by 15 times 100 is 26.6. Sorry, that is 14.2. So, on which day of the fishing did Erica catch a lower ratio of trout to salmon? So, which is the correct option? That is 2 to 14, right? 14.2 is smaller than 26.6. So, that means on first day, that is lower ratio of trout to salmon. Option number 1 is the correct option. The first day it is. In Mrs. Franklin history class, 12 of the students received A's and 10 received B's. In his social studies class, 19 of the student A's and 15 student got B's. In which class did Mr. Franklin give out a higher ratio of A's to B's? That is 12 to 10 and 19 to 15. The question is, in which class did Mr. Franklin got out a higher ratios of A's to B's? So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2, that is social studies, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is scale drawings, word problems. Let's just start with the first example. Albert measured a hotel and made a scale drawing. He used a scale 1 inch to 7 feet. The actual width of the room is 14 feet. How wide is the room in the drawing? So the scale factor he used is 1 inch equals 7 feet, right? The actual width of the hotel room is 14 feet. You have to see how wide is the room in the drawing. So that is 1 inch to 7 feet, right? So you have to do 1 inch to, sorry, 1 inch to 7 feet, and here you have 14 feet. You need to find how many inches, right? So 7 times 2 is 14, right? So that means 1 times 2 is 2. So this one is 2. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Mandy made a scale drawing of the town library. The scale she used was 1 centimeter equals 10 meter. If the actual length of the parking lot is 60 meters, how long is the parking lot in the drawing? Okay, the scale used is 1 centimeters to 10 meter, right? That is 1 centimeter to 10 meter. If the actual length is 60 meters, the actual length is 60 meter, you need to find how long is the parking lot in the drawing. So that is the scale. 10 times 6 is 60, right? So that means this, for this one you have to do 1 times 6, so that is 6. That means the how long is the parking lot in the drawing? That is 6 centimeters. The correct option is 6. Option number 2 is the correct option. Keenan made a scale drawing of the auditorium. The scale he used was 1 inch to 10 feet. In the drawing, the stage is 5 inches long. What is the length of the actual stage? So, which is the correct option? So, one inch to that is 1 inch to 10 feet, right? The stage is 5 inches long. What is the actual length of the stage? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is 50. 1 times 5 is 5, so 10 times 5 is 50. The correct option is option number one. That is option number one. 50 feet it is. Danielle drew a scale drawing of a shopping center. The scale she used was 1 inch equal 4 feet. The actual width of the bakery is the shopping center is 44 feet. How wide is the bakery in the drawing? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 1 inch equal 1 inch equal 4 feet, and you are given 44 feet. You have to find how many inches it is, right? You have to divide 44 by 4. So which is the correct option? That is 11 inch. Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is 11. Option number 2 is the correct option. Vicky drew a scale drawing of a community college. A building at the college is 23 millimeter long in the drawing. The actual building is 230 meter long. What is the scale of the drawing? Which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 7 math. The chapter we were working on is the the lesson we're working on is ratios, rates, and proportions. The lessons we have covered today are unit rates, equivalent ratios, word problems, compare ratios, word problems, and scale drawing word problems. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write down the questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So you can please write down the questions for which you need help. I'm here to your questions and confusion if you have any. Any questions?